Hi everybody, welcome to the Grove Show. I'm the what's the name? Fluffy Banana, and there's Dr. Giggles, and I don't know what the name's for Dave.
He's just Dave. Dave is Dave. Dave is just Crazy Dave. We can call him Crazy Dave. Oh,
there you go. Crazy Dave.
Plants vs. Zombies. Crazy Dave. That's Dave.
And that's a zombie next to him?
Yeah, well, it's kind of. He's got.
This?
It's pretty close to a zombie, alien zombie kind of thing.
Dude, it's a Martian. Come on now.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Martian.
Well, Star Wars.
Revenge from Mars.
I don't know what Star Wars is doing. Well, anyway, so this week we're going to talk about Sesame Street. We're going to kind of hype up Fright Fest because it starts this weekend, and next weekend we'll be doing Fright Fest Media Day. We got a bunch of news going on about different little things, some ride announcements, lawsuits, and some other stuff, some Legoland New York updates, and those that, I've been talking about it. It finally came in. Oh, it ain't working. I got to change the camera. Where's the camera? How do I do that?
What's not working?
Yeah, it's coming. There we go. And it finally came in. My Star Wars pinball. Yay! And then we broke it. After 3 games, after playing 3 games, we broke it. And but it's working sort of. It works pretty much. A few lights aren't working. I'll get it fixed maybe tomorrow. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about all this, that, and the other. And do I watch Coaster Corner? Never heard of it, but somebody kept telling me to subscribe to Coaster Studios, and I did. And so I was checking that out, seeing what they do and all that. So I've been checking things out. And if you guys have been living under a rock, probably, we've been uploading all kinds of videos. And we got a hell of a lot more, too. I'm too far away. But, so we got tons of videos we're uploading. Matter of fact, while I was uploading, I found the footage for CoasterCon from Six Flags New England in 2013. I had to re-edit that because it had copyrighted music in it. So I'm doing the same thing, only without copyrighted music. But we got that. But I did find an old gem of a Dr. Giggles concert from 2007 in Providence, so I uploaded that, not to the Grove Show, but on my other YouTube account. I uploaded that before the show. I'm going to turn that off for now, because it's just going to keep making Star Wars noises. But yeah, that's that in a nutshell. So, yeah. So anyway, so we'll start with Legoland New York. I know a lot of people are excited about it. I know I am, because then it's a Legoland that's close. It's proposed 500 acres, and they're just going through the process now of, all the stuff they're going to do to get it built. They say if it all gets approved, it'll be open in 2019. It's only a couple of years. But they finally got something approved. What the hell was it? Some rezoning approved. The final step is getting the park approved, and then they'll start. Then once that is, they'll start breaking ground and building Legoland. I can't wait to see what a brand new Legoland from scratch looks like.
Did I hear that correctly? Did you say 500 acres?
Correct. Yep. They're going to use that for hotels, water park, regular park.
Say that sounds a lot bigger than all the other Legolands they have.
Yeah, because I don't know how what used to be Cypress Gardens in Florida there.
I don't even think that's 500 acres, even if you include the gardens.
But no,
the Cypress Gardens are a good size of the park.
Yeah, I don't know how big that park is, and that's the only one that I've been to. I haven't been to any other ones, and you went to the one in the UK, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so you got that one. You probably went to the one in Cali too, I bet, right?
No. Wait a minute, did I? I can't remember now. I'll have to look. I'm not sure.
Oh, somebody's getting wisdom teeth pulled tomorrow. That sucks.
That is not fun.
I had all 4.
Been there, done that. Chipmunk cheeks.
You should live stream it.
Yeah, live stream the teeth. That I wouldn't watch that. I know what that's like. And somebody says, you really watch Boogie 2988? I do. I like watching that dude. Dave, you ever see on YouTube the fat guy that they always bust his chops because he's fat, and he uses an alternate ego named Francis, and he smashes Xboxes, and he flips out about somebody taking his Mountain Dew and all that. But he's a gamer, and he, talks about games and things in his life and all that. I get entertained by the guy, so I like watching Boogie 299. Another one that I've really started, and thanks to Luca, was Casey Neistat. I really like watching that guy. Dave, you should watch that guy. If you ever want to get motivated and see how people, what he does, and then he even tells you how he makes his vlogs and all that other crap. I totally dig watching that guy.
Oh, finally somebody, one of the Martins likes him.
Well, I like that video, that indoor German water park that he snuck in after hours.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
You ever see that indoor water park, Dave? Where he's got where they have it's in Germany. I don't know what the name of it is, but they got like like the metal water slides, not the plastic ones. And the water park's closed. It's like in the middle of the night. Him and his buddies start taking GoPros and going through the slides. After, I mean, it was probably a setup, but
yeah, I don't know how easy it is to get into the park when it's closed.
Yeah.
What's on the agenda tonight, gentlemen?
So, well, the first thing was Legoland, so we talked about that. Next, I didn't know this. Universal, when they did the Golden Ticket Awards, Universal Orlando, with Revenge of the Mummy win, was the 10th consecutive year that they've won that award. For
I still don't get it. Honest to God, I still like Rock and Roller Coaster way better than Mummy.
Well, Mummy wins it for best indoor roller coaster.
Rock and Roller Coaster's indoors.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was thinking the other one, Rip Ride Rocket.
Come on, dude. I mean, it's 65 miles an hour indoors with inversions, music, and theming. It's way more exciting than Mummy, which tops out at what, like 45, maybe.
Probably, yeah. I guess the masses of the people that voted Mummy. I think I voted for Rock and Roller Coaster myself. I still haven't looked to see what my download thing was. I got to look at that.
Well, these are the same people that keep voting Millennium Force at the top of the list every year, and Millennium Force is not my top 25, so.
Millennium Force doesn't even touch my top 100. Actually,
ouch.
Actually, it doesn't even touch my top 300, actually, to be honest. Millennium Force does absolutely nothing for me. I kind of put that coaster with like Flashback and boomerangs and mouse coasters. I kind of categorize that with that because those. I mean, don't be wrong. I'll ride them, have fun, but they do absolutely nothing for me. So if it does nothing for me, it goes away. Same thing with Fury. Just keep it in the back. If it doesn't excite me or like I said before, the best way for me to describe when I vote, when I get off that ride, I want to go, what the hell was that? I'm like, I need to ride that again. Like, I want that excitement feeling. I know the excitement feelings in these days are few and far between as you ride rides a million times, but as the newer rides come out, I'm sure you may have gotten that feeling riding Lightning Rod.
Oh, man. I couldn't get enough of Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod is absolutely ridiculous.
I still have to get there for that.
And I got to get there too to ride it. But
dude, I couldn't run around the ride fast enough to get back in line for that thing. That's how good it was. I just couldn't get back up to the platform fast enough. There was no line, and I still couldn't do it fast enough.
That's like when me, Luco, and everybody, we went to the Fury Media Day, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread," and I'm like, "No, not really." When they had Media Day, they had that open, and they had Intimidator open.
You were doing laps on Intimidator.
I was more impressed. I had more fun on Intimidator than I did on Fury.
Yeah, definitely, and the food was good.
Yeah, the food spread wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't like everything that they served, but they had a nice event. I mean, that was probably the food and Intimidator was the best part of Fury's Media Day. That's just me. I mean, don't get me wrong. In my opinion, I don't dig it, but a lot of people were like, "Yo, I got to vote for this thing. It's the best." I'll never understand. I would love to sit there and like grab like 20 people that voted for Fury and Millennium Force and just have a I just want to ask, why is it there? And I want to hear their reasoning why. Just like they'd probably ask, why do I like such and such? I would really love to sit there and go, why?
Actual debate.
Yeah, be like, why do you think Fury's the best thing? Or why do you think this such and such is the best thing? I mean, everybody can argue their favorite ride. And by all means, that's great. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Mummy. I like Rock and Roller Coaster. I don't remember what I voted for either one, and I don't remember what I voted for. I don't remember. For all you alcoholics out there, Wildwood is expanding alcohol sales to the amusement piers. So I guess they didn't have it before. Now they're gonna. So if you like to get drunk,
that'd be interesting.
yeah. So you can get drunky on Maury's Pier.
That'll bring a whole new term to Spin and Spew.
Oh, I know, huh?
So are they now allowing it on the pier itself, or what's the difference between? I remember having
Maury's,
like,
they can actually sell it inside the pier, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they can bring it on the amusement pier and sell it.
Because usually they have that little restaurant that serves it.
Yeah, but they were limited to just that area.
Yeah, it had to be on the boardwalk, not the pier.
Now it's everywhere.
You can get your drink on anywhere now.
Can you take it on the ride?
Probably not, unless you're at the Insane Clown Posse Gathering of the Juggalos. When I went in 2006, I was performing at it with my buddy's band Wolfpack, and we had time. We went on the rides because they usually have like 4 rides. They don't have any roller coasters, but they had bumper cars that year. They allowed you to drink and drive. So we were drunk as all hell on the bumper cars driving with the beer. It was awesome. It was really great. And usually what the kids would do there at the thing, when they would ride the scrambler, they'd take the 2-liter bottles of Faygo soda and shake it up while they're on the scrambler, throwing the soda at each other. It was no holds barred. They allowed it. It was great. I mean, they were old rickety carnival rides, you could tell, kind of being, held together by some duct tape and string, maybe. I don't know.
SFNE removing any more rides besides the Buzzsaw.
What I know, like I announced last week, Buzzsaw is officially leaving. It's going I don't think it's getting sold. It's probably going to the big scrapyard in the sky. That I don't know because they didn't say. They just said it's leaving. They said it's going away. So whatever that means, I don't know if they sold it. It's getting transferred to another park. If it's going in the trash, I don't know. I do know teacups are going in that spot where Buzzsaw is. And I don't know the location of where they're going to put Slingshot. I don't know if it's going to go in storage for a year, or I don't know if it's going to go right back up. That I don't know, but she didn't say.
That's portable anyway. They can move that anywhere they want real easy.
Yeah, that's not an issue. That's a removable ride. It's a carnival ride. They can put that up anywhere as long as it fits within that buffer zone. Then they can put that anywhere they want. So for those that have not ridden Buzzsaw this year, if you get a little sentimental value, go ride it, because once the season closes out, you are not riding it again.
Is that one of the rides that's open for holiday?
I believe so. I don't know if the teacups are or not. And I got a funny feeling that ride list is going to change. One at Six Flags, and who knows what's going to be working, not working. And most likely, because I think right now, if you look at, you can go on Six Flags website, click on Holiday in the Park, and it tells you the rides that are going to be open for the event. So if indeed teacups are closed, which I kind of wish that they were open, they decorate them up for Christmas like they did for Halloween, you know what I'm saying? And do that, I think it would be cool, but I can understand they probably just taking it down, getting ready to get the other ride. They got that whole little area is getting all redone between taking 2 rides out over there, getting rid of another ride out, putting another ride in that spot, putting another ride in those 2 ride spots. It's going to be a little crazy. Yeah, see, teacups are closed during holiday. So maybe next year for Holiday in the Park, they'll be open. So I don't know. I'm very interested in Holiday in the Park. I talked to Jen about if they were going to do some kind of Facebook chat thing, and that's going to be coming up soon. Not chat like they used to do sitting at the computer. They'll do the Facebook Live chat, and they'll I don't know if they're going to do a Fright Fest or whatever. They're going to do something coming up soon. She didn't give me a date or anything like that, but that's coming up soon. And we'll find out. Let's see, what's the next thing I got? Kennywood. We know what this is about. Logjammer.
Oh, man.
It's officially closed. And People are saying if you're going to take it out, at least not trash it. They're at least trying to save it somehow. I don't know how or what they're going to do with it.
The problem is you're talking an Arrow log flume. Arrow hasn't been in business for what, like 20 years now?
Yeah, you're not going to get pot.
And you're talking about something that's got fiberglass troughs and a lot of age. It can be fixed, and it's been proven that it can work, because Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia, spent the better part of 3 years rehabbing theirs, the Lascoot log flume, and it runs beautifully now, looks great, it's awesome. But the park made a really significant investment to do that. And you can't expect every park to do it, but at the same time, it's always a loved ride. Everybody loves a log flume.
Yeah, plus you don't really get soaked on them. You get a little wet. Or unless you, fill the boat with a bunch of fat people. Usually, if it's like me, Luco, and the 2 kids riding, everybody's getting kind of wet because the boat just plops down in the water. You ain't doing nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't think
I think part of the
anymore.
outrage is, though, look how many log flumes we've lost. I mean, just in the last, decade, how many log flumes have disappeared?
Too many. I mean, I dig a log flume every now and then. I mean, I'm not trying to get soaked. Like, if you go on the boat ride, like Cedar Point or Dorney, I'm not trying to get that wet. Just a kind of like a little mist spray kind of thing to cool me off a little bit. And that's what I'm all about. And no, they're not taking out Kontiki. Kontiki is safe for now. And yeah, I mean, Sean, I agree. They're taking out all the old Riverside rides. And again, unfortunately, we've talked about this in the past. It boils down to a lot of things. One is ridership. 2 is the maintenance. Well, it should be maintenance and then ridership. If the maintenance needs a hell of a lot of maintenance and the ridership's not there, that ride's going away. They're not going to keep forking over tons of money to fix that ride when they're not going to get their money. They'd rather take the maintenance budget from that and add it to other rides.
Yeah, especially after it gets 20, 30, 40 years old.
Yeah. I mean, if they really want to get rid of it and then maybe get a new type version of it, like what Canopy Lake's getting. Ice Jet or something, whatever the hell they call that.
Yeah. New version of that Matterhorn that they used to have. Now, I don't think it'll be anywhere near as intense as the one that they had, because the one they had was awesome.
Yeah, we'll find out when they open it, but usually parks nowadays don't want to, it's like the Music Express. Most of them just run forward. A lot of them won't run it backwards because of the maintenance, and from what I was told from one of the little parks, that if you run it backwards, it's really against the manufacturer warranty, even though it's supposed to. That if you run it backwards and break it, I guess it's not covered.
I don't know. Maybe it depends on who made it, too.
Yeah.
But Canopy's only ran forward. The old one they used to have only ran forward, but that thing ran forward at, ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed! Go! I mean, I really dig all them rides. I mean, I remember going to Rocky Point, and they had one of those rides, but theirs was called Apollo, themed to outer space and stuff. And in the center had a moon. Instead of seeing, the opening, they had a moon on top of it, and it was pretty cool. And it went frontwards and backwards. A lot of places just, I love the log flume rides. Remember, Josh, me and your son, and you rode the log flume at Canopy. Yep, I remember that the last time that I saw you at Canopy.
Yeah, that's the good thing, though. I think the Hopkins rides, which, Canopy's, Fun Towns, if you notice, really the Hopkins ones only have the lift hill. Everything else is cement, so it's a lot easier to maintain. I think those rides are going to stick around a lot longer because they're way easier to keep up.
Well, yeah, if you got cracked cement, there's ways to fix that.
It's a lot cheaper than fiberglass.
Oh, yeah, because you got to get a whole new
off the
piece.
Ground.
You gotta cut the piece out, get a new piece put in, then you gotta make it work. I mean, I get
the problem is all the Arrow ones, they weren't on the ground either. Most of the time you went up the lift hill and you went round and round and round and round for a while before you fell down. So you got to replace the fiberglass, but it's 50, 60, 70 feet up in the air.
Oh, yeah. It's a pain in the ass. Then you got to get cranes and buckets or whatever you got.
The Hopkin one, they go to the top of the hill, fall down.
Yeah. So let's see. I have a feeling they could out Kontiki, Blizzard, Scrambler, Balloon Race, and Flashback. I don't think Balloon Race is going anywhere.
No.
I mean, if it goes away from that spot, it's just gonna move somewhere else in the park.
I could see it moving. Especially if Flashback goes, I could see it moving to open up a bigger space there. But I don't see it leaving the park.
No, because that... I mean, honestly, that ride shouldn't be in that spot. One, it doesn't even have a queue line, and sometimes that thing's a pain in the ass on a busy day. That line just starts wrapping around, and then it just clogging up traffic.
I could see that going over by Blizzard River in that dead corner where the trampolines used to be.
Yeah, you could put that over there. You could. Yeah, you can make room over there for that.
It'd be a good spot, right across from Mr. Six, do family rides, just on the edge of the kiddie world.
Yep, I agree. I would agree with that. Somebody said the Ice Jet ride might be open this weekend. That'd be cool. Matter of fact, Jessica says she wants to go to Canopy Lake the weekend of her birthday, which is Columbus Day weekend. That might not be a good idea.
But isn't there an event on the 14th?
That's the Halloween. That's the Ace event.
No, the Ace event's the weekend after.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be on their Halloween hours, too. Remember that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the Halloween time yet or not.
That's October.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I don't know when Screamfest starts. I mean, I would like to go to Screamfest, but I'm not going to go 2 weekends in a row. Canopy is always busy, all the time. Every time
Canopy's only quiet if you go like midweek on a somewhat day.
Yeah, I went. No,
the weather's supposed to be beautiful. It's going to be busy.
Well, I went once on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, different weeks on a kind of day, and the thing was packed. It's just every time I've gone, it's been packed. The only time it wasn't that bad was the last event, Ace event we went to that had during Screamfest, the last event, and it was kind of rainy that day, kind of like made people not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, you got to have that kind of rainy day.
I would definitely welcome a rainy day to go to Canopy. All right, so speaking of haunts, Fairtown Haunt in Seekonk, Massachusetts, they got a deal. It's opening weekend. If you buy the tickets and purchase them online, it's good for the 29th and 30th. I went there. We're going there. I don't know when the hell we're going there. That's a great haunt. Lake Compounds has a deal if you purchase the tickets by September 29th, you can get $10 off the Haunted Graveyard. Then you got all you Universal Orlando Harry Potter fans. I don't know how many will be out there, but 2018 on the 26th through the 28th is their 4th annual Harry Potter event. They bring in the movie stars from the movie, and they do all kinds of Harry Potter crap that I don't care about.
I wonder if they'll be opening that new ride at the same time.
No, because that new ride's not going to be ready in time.
Maybe they'll announce it then.
Maybe, because it's gonna take them a while to stop building that. That's probably, you're looking at probably 2019 it's opening, I think.
Yeah, so they'll probably be announcing all the details about that time with everybody there to do a big ta-da show,
Yep. Yep, Seekonk, and that's your town, Coaster Box. Michigan's Adventure will get bankrupt if they add a park bench.
I feel so bad for Michigan's Adventure. They fall off the charts every year. But Shivering Timbers is fantastic. It deserves to be higher.
Michigan's Adventure and Dorney Park get like nothing. Nothing. Cedar Fair should just sell those two parks off.
Well, the problem with Michigan's Adventure is its location. It's on the opposite side of the state from Detroit, so it's away from all your populated areas. It's a populated vacation spot, but it's a tourist town. It doesn't have a really big crowd nearby local.
So you got to somehow get the people of Detroit over there.
You know, if they spent $28 million on a Fury, it would take them years to recover it.
Oh yeah, but they need to do something.
They do. They do need to add a ride there. They need to add something big. It's time.
Hell, even if they had a lemonade stand, that'd be nice.
Well, they can add a small coaster like a Joker or a Phobia or something.
A Phobia would do good there, I think. I really do.
Or if not, get rid of a coaster in another park, like they do to Dorney, and give it to Michigan.
Yeah, send a coaster from Dorney to Michigan.
People line up to ride the Mind Eraser there. Like 20 minutes or a half hour wait for a Mind Eraser.
Really?
Dude, actually that one runs pretty well though. I gotta admit, for having the original harnesses, it was a lot less painful.
Huh. That's shocking.
They refurbed it before they put it up.
What they should do is send Stinger from Dorney over to Michigan's Adventure. And then that way they can get rid of that coaster since it hasn't really worked.
Yeah, they can keep changing coasters between the parks.
Yeah, just keep sending the coasters back and forth to each other.
No, Dorney's where coasters go to die.
Yeah, that too.
Actually, almost all the old rides. If Cedar Point doesn't want it anymore, they send it there and it goes there to die.
Yeah, very true. Yep, Great Escape is in the same situation as Michigan Adventure, as a tourist town. I mean, Great Escape could be so awesome. But it's a neat little park. It's just gets no love. They get nothing.
I love the Comet, I love the bobsled, but aside from that, they really haven't added much to that park.
Yeah, it's just because, again, the return on investment just isn't there for the park.
Dude, they put the SLC that went to La Ronde in the parking lot down the street from Great Escape, and it sat there for literally like 5 years before they put it into La Ronde. We were all excited that it was actually going to Great Escape because Great Escape was finally going to get a capital investment, and then they moved it to La Ronde.
You're like, yeah, it's like, sight, take that away. You don't get that. You get nothing. You get nothing.
Yeah, they didn't get anything either. They got screwed. They ended up getting Sasquatch a year or two later, though.
Yeah, I rode that. It's not bad. Especially for that park. That's a nice little, Yeah, but didn't that come from another park?
Yeah, that was from Six Flags New Orleans.
Ah, okay. So there you go. They're getting the crap.
Recycled. Dude, they don't have a coaster in that park that was built there new other than the Boomerang. Every coaster they have is recycled.
Oh my god, they need to cut that crap out.
Dude, even Steamin' Demon, before Six Flags even owned the park, was previously located somewhere else.
That's funny. Let's see. Legoland, Florida, and a couple other Legolands are getting the same thing, but for Legoland, Florida, their Project X roller coaster is getting rethemed to the Great Lego Race and using VR headsets.
Woohoo! Not.
Yeah, I don't really care about that, but I noticed one thing. VR is not really, I mean, parks are using it, but it's not, like, hyped up anymore. You notice that? They're not.
I think it's going to die off quicker than we thought. It might die off in the next year or two, I think, really.
You know, it's cool. Like, to do it once, it's cool. Like, Superman was cool to do it once. It was cool. Like, I liked it, but it wasn't something I wanted to do. I just don't like wearing the goggles. I hate it. And then I did it on Mind Eraser, and it was cool. Like, the technology's cool. It's not anywhere near where it should be, but for what it is in today's world, it's all right. But it's not meant for realistically roller coasters because you're creating ridiculous lines.
But they're supposed to create their own special headset. There's no reason why to use like a cell phones and stuff. They need to design something specifically for Six Flags. Because those things just keep overheating.
You know what they just need to do? They just need to give up.
Just enjoy the ride as it was meant to be, as it was built.
If you want to play VR, go put a goggle on like you do, Luke. Oh, you know, like the one you have. Use it at home. If you want to wear it or plug it into your Xbox or your PlayStation, if you really want to go that far and get it, by all means, play VR all you want. Keep it off the rides. There's no need for it to be on any ride.
You can put it on the teacups.
Oh my God! Imagine that on the teacups. Oh my God! Because you know you're going to be feeling the forces, and then that stupid. That might actually make me throw up because I get kind of close, but I never do.
Yeah. Then imagine if you're watching some kind of a spinning video.
Yeah, spinning video while you're spinning. Oh God! It could be like cars spinning. Make a Fast and Furious video out of it.
Out of the three Vacomas, which is the worst? Oh, I gotta go with Flashback. I can tolerate Mind Eraser with the new harnesses. I don't find Goliath to be all that bad, but Flashback is still terrible.
Actually, I find Goliath worse than Flashback now. And it's only in the first drop. When it comes down, depending upon where you're sitting. Like if you're in the back and it slams your back.
Oh yeah, you hit the station, you just slam right into the seat.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, it's all right. It's just that one drop. It's like, ooh! I'd rather deal with Flashback because I just keep my head to one side. I can keep my head to one side on that, and I'm fine.
Yeah, Flashback is like one of the rides that still gives me butterflies.
Yeah, I get the tickle in my pickle when I'm going down the first drop. I always do that. It just tickles my pickle. All right, so here's the crazy lawsuit I was talking about earlier. Six Flags Great Adventure with El Diablo. This family suing Six Flags because the way it's said is that the buckle and the harness came undone during the ride, and the girl was holding on for dear life. It says suffered serious, severe, permanent injuries. Claims shoulder, cervical, thoracic, lumbar strains and sprains, and also suffered severe shock to her emotional, physiological, and nervous systems. But when they did get off, they told the ride ops, they shut the ride down and did whatever. So that's kind of ongoing for the time being. I mean, honestly, if I'm not saying that they're lying, but I would think if both let go, the seatbelt and the harness, I think that girl would have fell out. Especially like when it stops and you're upside down. I personally think the girl would have fallen out.
Yeah, really.
So I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know the whole story, but I mean, that suit's just gonna get settled out of court. Six Flags is gonna want that to go away. They're not gonna want that around. So let's see. Next, Six Flags Mexico. They just had that crazy earthquake the other day. There was no damage to the amusement park, but the water park had damage, but they're still assessing it, so they don't know how much damage has been done from that earthquake, but they'll let us know. For all you Transformers fans out there, Santa Cruz Boardwalk, they're starting filming for the new Transformers movie there now at the Santa Cruz Boardwalk.
Sweet.
So you'll get this, that incident happened last year, I believe, or 2015 or 16, I forgot. I only just wrote down a little blip of what they said was wrong. I didn't write the year down on the El Diablo thing. But yeah, so filming began for new Transformers. So when you go see the movie, you'll what do you call it? You'll see Santa Cruz Boardwalk.
It'll be interesting if they can have like a roller coaster car turn into a Transformer.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
That would be interesting.
We need to call Michael Bay.
And that coaster's just so pretty to begin with. If they use the Giant Dipper, that Giant Dipper looks amazing. They upkeep that like no coaster I've seen.
That's good. All parks need to do that.
I mean, like the paint level. It's not just the smoothness of the ride and the track maintenance. It's Like, it's painted to the point where it looks like you could take beautiful photographs of it from any direction you want. And that's no matter when you go. They're always doing that.
Well, they should. I mean, all parks should do that. Anybody who paints their wood coasters shouldn't have...
It's looking pretty.
Yeah, if you took the time to paint it to begin with, you need to keep it up.
The other thing that's cool about Santa Cruz, most people don't realize, is they do track inspections, and it's like every 2 hours while the ride's in operation.
Who does that?
Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Really?
But here's the cool thing. They do the track inspection while the ride is still running. The dude is walking the track and goes platform to platform when the train goes by.
Huh. That's crazy.
So he's you can get pictures of him physically walking the structure, standing in one of the little like cutoff areas for him to stand in, and a train going by.
That's crazy. That'd be kind of cool to see.
Seems kind of dangerous.
Well, it can't be.
Most parks don't do that because it is dangerous. Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk has done it for years and years and years, and these guys are really good at it. They usually do it with one train on the track. So while the train's in the station, the guy makes his move to the next spot. As it comes up the hill, he stops. He'll be at his next location.
Well, it's kind of like how Kennywood oils their track on Thunderbolt.
Sit in the front of the car and hold the roller to the rail?
Yeah, well, they're standing up on it. They put their legs in the, what do you call it, the lap bars there?
Yeah.
And then they just put their, however they do it, and they just hold in and they're riding that ride. I don't know how the hell they do it, but they're standing up, oiling the damn thing while it's in motion. I remember seeing that. You ever see that video of it when they were doing that?
Yeah, I saw that a while back.
That's nuts. I would never do that. That's crazy, but those smaller parks get away with a lot and do a lot of weird things that, I mean, how would a park normally do it if they didn't do it that way?
I guess just walk it around.
Well, because I mean, you don't really grease a steel coaster, so to speak, like a wood one. Well, that you notice anyway.
Well, Six Flags doesn't really grease much anyways.
Oh, I know. I remember Cyclone. Squeal, 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 squeal.
Oh, dude, nothing compares to the rolling squeal.
The rolling squeal?
Rolling Thunder?
Oh, no. We called that rotting lumber, not rolling thunder.
Giant rolling dumpster?
Yeah. I mean, I can understand why. I mean, I understand why they ripped it out when they did, but that could have been prevented.
Dude, that was screaming RMC me, RMC me.
Yeah, they could have done a lot with that.
Because then that would have been cool though. You'd have had El Toro and then the RMC. You'd had two airtime machines across from each other.
Yep, and then they decided not to do it.
And let's put in a Joker. So Speaking of that, I finally rode the Joker. Finally got my first Joker credit.
I like it. I just don't like the side that don't flip.
Yeah, as I say, I agree with you. That side does not flip. We tried. We tried everything to get that thing to flip.
Well, I think what's going to happen is, I think it's going to end up like how the other ones do. Evidently, that's how they start out, and then the next year they tweak it, and then it flips more. I
think they just add more like magnetic pieces there.
Yeah, they just got to add some more brakes to give it just a little bit more flip.
Because I noticed Great Adventure has the little things even on the lift.
Yeah, because remember, as soon as we started going up the lift hill at Great Adventures, it started rocking.
Yeah, because they added like little fins all the way up.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that. I'll talk to Jen and ask. She might say, she might not. She might not know the answer to that. All right, so let's talk Fright Fest real quick. It starts Saturday, hours at 12 to 10. There is a new scare zone. They put it in the, basically by the Joker. And the one that used to be called Demon District that was in that area is now moved to DC. So now DC finally has a scare zone. And there's no new haunts. And where the hell? I've lost my spot. I feel like Insane Clown Posse at the Juggalo March losing their spot in their speech. Yeah, so that's just it. It starts this weekend. I think Brandon Allen's going to go down there and cover some stuff, and we'll have a lot more stuff, a lot more live stuff going on during the Media Day event, and so we'll see how that is, because I know at the Media Day for Fright Fest, they kind of give us a little bit more leeway with stuff recording wise. Last year they let us record the show. They let us record the haunts. You can't record on rides. That doesn't matter when. And so yeah, I'll be there for Media Day. Luco will be there. We'll see what goes on with that, and we'll cover that next Saturday. Now, somebody said, talk about Oscar's Waxy Taxi. That's what we're going to talk about right now. So they announced that they got a wood coaster going in there. Looks like, what'd you say it looked like, Dave? Who's making it? Gravity Group.
I think it looks like Gravity Group. It looks a lot like Wooden Warrior watching the video. But it very well could be GCI, because GCI is doing that too now, so...
Yeah, I didn't, I watched the video. I know it's a kiddie coaster, and a lot of people are like, it's a kiddie coaster. But you know what? It's the only wooden coaster going to the United States for 2018.
That's crazy.
And it's going to Sesame Street. So, hey, guys, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? So, on the way back from CoasterCon, I'm making a stop to Sesame Street. I'm going there. Kids and all, we're going to Sesame Street. I'm going to go high-five Elmo. Yeah. And I'm going to steal Cookie Monster's cookies, and I'm going to go be grouchy with Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, I think you're going to look creepy between all the adults there.
The what?
We're going to look creepy with all the kids over there.
No, he'll just bring Cadence.
See, Luco, no, you're going to be the creepy one because you don't have a kid with you. I'm going to be kind of creepy because I have teenage kids with me, but... I still have kids.
We'll just share Cadence. We're all there because Cadence wanted to go to Sesame Street. That's the story we're sticking to it.
Actually, no, that's not the true story. The true story is I want to go to Sesame Street. 5-year-old inside me wants to go. I've been wanting to go. My kids were like, no. Well, Daddy wants to go. 5-year-old Daddy wants to go to Sesame Street, and Daddy's going to Sesame Street.
And we need to get the picture with all the characters.
You know what? I will run around, and I will high-five and take pictures with all of them. I don't care. Send me one. Give me Snuffleupagus and Big Bird. I'll take them all. I'll wait in line. I did that. Remember that? Oh, you weren't there, Luco. That time I went with Tony and May. You were in Croatia, and we went for 4th of July weekend to Busch Gardens. I made Tony and May wait in the line so I could go see Elmo. I saw that they had... I wanted to... it was the first time I was ever at Busch Gardens. So I was looking around everything. So I was looking at the kiddie areas and everything, and I saw that you could take a picture with Elmo. I was like, yes! So I took a picture with Elmo. So that's what I did. I made. You know how they are. I want to go do whatever. I'm hanging out with Elmo.
Elmo.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I did. Which one do you think is better? Phoenix at Knoebels or Excalibur at Funtown?
No question, Phoenix is a better ride. No question.
Don't get me wrong, I like both, but Phoenix is my favorite.
Yeah, Phoenix is good.
Excalibur gives a good ride, even though it's getting a little rough.
I like Excalibur. Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong. Funtown is my home park. I do like Excalibur. I find it an enjoyable ride, but man, Phoenix is just in its own class.
Agreed. And Sean said Big Bird is his boy. So he's got Big Bird. I got Elmo, Oscar, and Snuffleupagus. I love them three. I like the Cookie. I like the Dracula Count. I love all them guys.
I think there has to be like an Ace event at the Sesame place.
Oh, there's gonna be. You know there is. It's gonna be a bunch of weird-looking old people riding a little Oscar the Garage coaster.
Hey, we might be able to get Cadence's coaster count up just a little bit higher, which now officially stands at 1. She's finally got her first roller coaster. At 2 years old, was able to ride her first coaster.
Yep, and it just happens to be the Great Chase at New England, which is cool. And I videotaped it. I got it.
And what happens at the end of the ride is hilarious. No, Daddy, I'm not crying because I'm scared. I'm crying because I had to get off the ride and I want to go again.
Yeah, it's good when they do that. I'm not going to Six Flags this weekend. I'm taking a weekend off. Surprisingly, I ain't doing nothing.
Just
The only thing I
staying in bed for 48 hours.
Well, I plan on sleeping in. I mean, maybe at night, go out to eat and go, I don't know, do something, but not like travel around. I want to put some time on Star Wars. I want to play Star Wars.
He's gonna play pinball this weekend. That's what he's gonna do.
I am. I just need a kind of weekend to kind of like regroup, chill out. That's just kind of like what I need. Because then it's gonna start firing on all cylinders now. After this weekend, we're gonna start doing different parks for Halloween stuff, going to different haunts all over the joint. So the month of October is just kind of go, and then slows down a little bit for November, and then December is like.
Well, December is your cruise.
Well, I'm waiting for the event that's going on that I can't talk about yet because it's not confirmed. Well, it's not all set in stone, but holiday in the park thing going on, and then I got the cruise, and then it's Christmas, and then January I can like slow down. Oh, speaking of which, I think I figured out what I want to do for my 40th birthday in February. I think I figured out what I want to do. Great Wolf Lodge.
Huh. That's a nice place.
I know, Dave, that's not Dave's thing.
Which one?
Dave's not a water park guy.
Yeah, Dave's like saying nothing.
Dave's like,
I don't do water.
So I don't do water.
Well, Cadence does.
Cadence does water. Daddy don't do water.
Daddy don't care for the water that much.
I don't mind it. I mean, I like that place. Plus, they got that awesome, what do you call it? The tornado water slide that's enclosed. And at nighttime, it's got all club lights and stuff going on in it. It's like pitch black, and then you go in the funnel, and then it's got all these like cool lights going on, and then it goes into another tunnel, into a sliding around. It doesn't end like New England's after the tunnel. It keeps going.
Dude, we could go to Michigan.
What's that?
Mall of America.
No, that's Minnesota.
I'm sorry, Minnesota, yeah.
I'm like, Michigan, what the hell they got going on in Michigan that I don't know about?
Minnesota. I've never done the Mall of America. You've never done the Mall of America.
Has Luco done the Mall of America?
No, that seems kind of far. How long is that drive?
Oh, no, you ain't driving. You're flying.
No, we're flying. That's too far. Fly.
Yeah.
Get on the Big Bird.
That's the Sesame place?
Sean will come with us. He'll hop on Big Bird and fly across with us on another Big Bird.
You have the cheapest airfare out of all of us with 3 airports to choose from.
Well, you guys are welcome to drive here and take the plane.
Take me longer to drive there than it will to fly in the first place.
Are you going to stop by the Grist Mill in Seekonk? What is the Grist Mill? I'm assuming that's a restaurant. I've never heard of it. I don't know what the Grist Mill is. Oh, where it is in Seekonk. I like Great Wolf Lodge. I was there in July. Great Wolf Lodge is awesome. If you like water parks, and especially the wintertime, and you kind of stuck in the house, and you can't really do much, Great Wolf Lodge is a cool place to go. They got other things to do in the place. They got an arcade. They got, what else they got? They got a spa, I think, in there. They got restaurants. They even got a Dunkin' Donuts in that place.
Now, does it qualify as an arcade?
Yeah, because it's got it's got arcade games in there. I mean,
No. It had to qualify as an arcade. It has to have what, Josh?
Pinball. There's no pinball.
Oh, so it doesn't qualify. Disqualify. DQ.
This was funny.
It's a new age arcade, as they would call it.
So Josh, I just had a Dunkin' and then you had a Dunkin'.
I'm double fisted. I got a beer and a Dunkin'.
I saw you drinking beer, but then I took a sip of my coffee because I forgot about it. Because you just mentioned Dunkin', and then you took a sip after me.
That's funny. Yeah, I can't see. Let me ask you, Luco, with that program, can the people see you?
Yes. I hope they can.
Yes.
Because I can't see him.
Yes, I can see him on the chat. I have that in the background. I can see him.
I got the Skype. I'm looking at you, Dave. I'm looking at Sexy Dave, Crazy Dave right there. I can see his beard and all next to his alien pinball machine. And, yeah, see, I'm not going to go to the grist mill with crab and seafood. I can't have shellfish. I'm allergic to it, so I won't go there. That place stinks. That team stinks. I love busting Dave's chops about Dallas because he lives in New England and he's a Dallas fan and he absolutely hates the Patriots. And at the end of the day, I don't care either way. Because Dave, when you were at my house Sunday and you put on the Patriots game, that's probably the most of a regular season game I've watched in probably 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. I don't.
See, Dave had to show you the game. You wouldn't turn it by yourself.
And right now, if everybody keeps seeing me stare off to the side, I keep looking up at the Rams-Niners game.
Oh yeah, that's on. So then some Lindsay Entertainment says, so what does Doc's basement make it not an arcade? Mine isn't totally because I don't have any arcade games. I have pinball, but I don't have any arcade.
No, his qualifies. It's got pinball. It qualifies.
Okay, so I have an arcade.
It has to have a pinball to qualify. I didn't say it had to have anything else.
So I'm the only one missing an arcade in my house.
I'm telling you, Luco, go get one of those VP mini cabs. The VP cabs, the mini ones. And you can put you can have a couple hundred games, right? And it's small and it'll definitely fit in your house.
And I can teach you how to add games to it too.
It won't cost as much as. And the best thing is, it won't cost as much as my Star Wars.
and adding games is free.
Can I play Star Wars on
it? Soon.
Yeah, soon enough.
Somebody will have to make it first. But yes, you can play the other Star Wars games. There's Star Wars Trilogy, and there's the original Data East Star Wars. There's 2 of them.
There you go. So just get rid of my dining room table, and I'll put a machine in.
There you go. You don't need. Worst case, if you want to eat, you need a table. Just put a tablecloth on top of the pinball machine.
There you go.
Just eat off of that.
Exactly.
When am I going to update the SFNE website? I'm still trying to get a hold of Zach to... I've never gone into it, so I don't know what he's using to update it. And he's a busy college boy. Plus, I believe he works at Universal in Florida. Because he's going to college down there. And I guess when he's not in school, he's working at Universal. And so trying to get a hold of him is kind of tough right now. So... I keep messaging him, and when he gets back to me, I will update. So just bear with me on the website thing. Once I get into it, and once he tells me what to use, I could do that. I'll update that bad boy all the time. So it's just a matter of... I'm not really an updater of websites. When you know what? My Dr. Giggles music website probably hasn't been updated since 2014 or 15 or something like that. Probably. I should probably just cancel that website because I don't go on it. I don't do nothing with it.
Well, do other people go on it?
Well, I don't think so. They might, but they're going to keep looking at the same thing from 2 or 3 years. I haven't updated it with nothing. Nothing. So. Nah, but if I, what do you call it? If I can get the information... If I don't update it, I can ask somebody else to update it, and somebody can update it a lot better than I can. But we'll get it updated. We're just going through all the motions and getting things. I'm trying to keep. I'm starting with the whole YouTube thing. I started doing the Grove Show's Twitter account again. I hate Twitter.
Well, Instagram, Snapchat.
Yeah. Actually, Brandon Allen, I think, opened up an SFNE Online Grove Show Snapchat yesterday or today, I think.
Really?
He was messaging me about it yesterday. Instagram. That's the problem with all this. There's too much. There's too much social media.
Too many different venues.
And I'm trying to make sure that we appeal to every age race that likes roller coasters or pinball or whatever the hell we cover. Cruise. I'm trying to make sure we're hitting all the marks for. I want to make sure teenagers all the way to 100 years old or older, if you live that long, want to come and enjoy it. And that's why I just keep my main focus is just trying to pimp out the YouTube videos. I'm trying to get that up because it's pretty shameful at like 309 subscribers. I'm trying to build that. I mean, that's my fault. I didn't pimp it out. I was just like, hey, here's a video, whatever. And now I'm trying to build that. But I noticed the more videos that I add, the subscribers keep going up. So that's what I just got to do. I just got to keep pimping the video. Dave gave me a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be hitting fairly soon. Now that I got a fully working video editing program now.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Yeah. Anybody excited for Ice Jet? I am. I like those. I'm not even lying. I'm excited. When I get to Canopy Lake, if it's open, I'm going to ride it. I'm excited for it. Plus, it puts something in Canopy Lake Park.
I want to ask everybody, since I've been doing the rant videos lately, I've been on a tearing them up, as you will soon see. But what do we want to hear for our next topic? What do you want my take on?
Yeah, let us know what you even if you don't.
I don't mind comparing two coasters, anything. Throw me some ideas, and they'll take it and run with it.
You know what I think the next one you should do, if you want to rant or compare, I say do a Millennium Force versus Superman.
That should be fun.
That's too obvious though. Everybody already knows my opinion on Millennium Force.
Yeah, but if you do a comparison video and if we put POVs in it and you're starting to talk about it, I think you don't have to put the whole POV, but you can put some of it in there. We can edit it, put a little clip, put you talking, a little clip, you talking, a little clip, you talking. Back.
Dude, you could do that with still photos.
Yeah, but it's good. I'm trying to what do you call it? Get away from pictures as much as possible. People hate it. People hate, like, if you go and look, like, if you watch shows in the past when I used a lot more pictures than I did video, people were like, oh, the video's cool, but they rather have video. People want to see things moving.
Yeah, they want 30 pictures every second.
The only problem is, where are you going to get the POV from? Like, we're not allowed to take it at Cedar Point or at Six Flags New England.
Well, you'll have to take it from the park and just give credit to the park in the video. Say, hey, this video, you know what I mean? Like in the description on the video, say, this POV came from Six Flags New England. This POV...
I might be able to have fun with it another way.
Uh-oh. I mean, I don't want to pull a Rob Albee.
Oh, no. This would be definitely different.
Well, Dave can redesign it in Planet Coaster, and then we can put the Planet Coaster video.
Dude, I would not waste the time redesigning Millennium Force and Planet Coaster. It would take too long.
Not really. Just go up, down, just make it low to the ground, go in a tunnel, come back around, and then just go to the end. And make a little blip of airtime at the end. There you go. You got Millennium Force.
Don't forget, you have 3 total airtime hills.
Where the hell is the airtime hills? Where the hell are they?
All right, you got the first drop. You got the wonderful turn. You get the ground turn, and then you do airtime hill. And then you do a couple more turns, and you come back, you do airtime hill. And then you turn the corner, and you do mini airtime hill. Turn the corner, hit the brakes.
Yeah, when I ride that, all I feel is a little mini airtime hill. That's it. That's all I get is mini airtime hill. And I've ridden it in a bunch of different seats. And it wasn't like I just like sat in the middle and got nothing. I think the only seat I've never gotten on that was the front. I've gotten the back, the very back. I've gotten the middle. I've gotten near the back. I've gotten near the front. Never had front. I think I had like second row, never front. That ride's not worth waiting more than 5 seconds for.
Well, we do have a UK trip coming up.
Yeah.
So I am kind of excited about that.
Yeah, bring a video camera with you.
Oh, yes. But one of my favorite parks in the entire planet is Alton Towers. And the most underrated seaside park I've ever been to would be Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Yeah, I've never been there, so I don't know nothing.
Just imagine a roller coaster where you need to duck while riding. It does exist.
Why do you have to duck?
When you go up the lift hill on the Wild Mouse at Blackpool, you have to mind your head as you go under a portion of the track because there's not enough clearance.
So why did they do that?
Anybody over like 5'6" ducks.
I should be all right then.
But is it really a dangerous spot, or is it just like a visual thing that you think you're gonna hit?
Oh no, you'll hit. There's a pad there.
At what speed?
About like 2 or 3 miles an hour. You're not going fast. You're on your way up the chain lift.
Ah.
But the point is, on what coaster in America would you even be able to reach the track outside the reach envelope, let alone actually be able to bump your freaking head?
Yeah,
Nobody
really
will allow that.
No, they wouldn't. I mean, even Phoenix has air gates now.
Yes, I'm confused why they had to do that.
But then you have a roller coaster called, well, it used to be called Roller Coaster at Blackpool, where they have a yellow line on the ground. Stand behind the yellow line. If your feet are bigger than size 10, your feet are going to touch the rail behind you and the yellow line at the same time.
That's funny.
That's the standing area you're going to wait. Now keep in mind, you're less than like a foot away from the moving train with nothing to stop you.
That's cool. So Luco, you got that video, Luco?
Yeah, I got my Croatian theme park and then the little water park that we went to.
How long is that video?
It's like a 6-7 minutes.
All right, well, hit it and see if it works.
Okay, dokie. Let's see. It's time to start our big road trip. And we are back.
Woo!
The
We're
funny
back.
thing is, those slides I was doing, some of them said like 200-pound maximum, and here I am, 270 pounds going on them. So that's funny.
I guess weight is suggestion, not followed by rule.
Oh, I survived.
Sounds like a speed limit.
Yes, it's just suggestion. It's suggested. It's not anything more than that.
But if you ever go to Croatia, go visit Park Mirnovec in Biograd area, and the park just opened in June, so it's still a brand new park. Even though one of the rides is like a used Schwarzkopf ride they got from the UK, but definitely something to visit.
Was it a Schwarzkopf looping star?
I don't know what they call it.
One inversion.
Yeah, one loop.
One loop, yeah. I'm trying to remember where that came from.
Well, it says, yeah, Ocean Beach Amusement Park is Looping Star, Camelot Theme Park as Tower of Terror, Dreamland as Looping
Camelot just
Star,
closed, yeah, that's
and
right.
Ludon Castle as Twist and Shout. So this is like the 5th location for the coaster.
It's well traveled.
Yeah.
Well, half of those rides were designed to be picked up and moved around for the fair circuit.
And Parks are buying them up and putting them in. Good for them. Get a good price, make it look nice and shiny. You got a ride.
Oh, look at Busch Gardens Tampa. They've had Scorpion since it's brand new. That's a carnival model.
Really?
That's not a park model.
Huh.
That's a Schwarzkopf Silver Arrow. That was designed to be picked up and moved at a fair.
It said it's picked up and moved.
Dorney Park's Laser.
Yep.
Remember Laser?
I didn't go there when they had that.
That's portable too.
I heard Laser's back on sale. They should buy it and put it back at Dorney.
They should buy it and put it in Funtown.
Yeah, Funtown needs a little love. They need something. They haven't got a new ride in a while.
I'd love to see a looping coaster there. I'd also love to see a coaster with a slightly smaller rider ability. Even the Wild Mouse, you got to be relatively tall to ride on. They really don't have that, 36 and above coaster. That family coaster.
Yeah, parks need them. I notice a lot of things. If you notice lately in the industry, a lot of stuff's being geared towards kids lately. Like a lot of they're expanding kid areas. I mean, you look at Sesame Street's expanding. Legoland is trying to build that park in New York. What do you call it? Carowinds is adding more Snoopy Land.
The money's in families, dude. Let's face it. If you send a 16-year-old to Six Flags, you hand them so much cash and send them on their way.
Correct.
But if you take your kids who are like 6 and 8 to Six Flags, you're with them. You carry a lot more cash on you than you'd ever hand over to your 16-year-old.
Correct.
And most of the time they get the family of 4 or 5, so they get 4 or 5 tickets out of you, whereas they get 1 out of your teenage kid.
Yeah. That's just how it works.
That's how Disney makes their money, man.
And they do a good job at it.
Disney's genius. They've created the family vacation long before anybody knew they needed one.
Well, it's not like Six Flags. You pay $140, you get parking, admission, food, and drinks for the whole season. You don't even have to bring a wallet anymore.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
It's nice, but not good for Six Flags.
No, that's going to come to bite them. Well, unless they start raising the. I mean, if you're putting the whole kit and caboodle, I'm talking your gold pass, your gold, whatever you call the big meal plan with the cup. You got your parking. What is that? $130 or something like that? $140, something like that.
Yep.
I hate to say it, but that's kind of a little undervalued. I mean, look what Cedar Fair does. You look at it like what? Just about almost $400 for that.
Yeah, 200 something is just the season pass.
Plus another 100 and something for the food pass.
Yeah.
But you know, I do see a difference between Cedar Fair and Six Flags here because of the passes. I see something at Six Flags I don't see at Cedar Fair.
What's that?
Way more unaccompanied minors at Six Flags parks.
I don't go to enough Cedar Fair parks to really pay attention.
I mean, think about it. When the pass is expensive, at Cedar Fair it's only the gold pass. So certain Cedar Fair parks do have the young demographic. But you go to Six Flags, and some of the Six Flags, they look like a summer daycare program.
Oh, yeah, of course. If they bump that price up, you'd start getting rid of what I call the riffraff, the troublemakers.
I think all they got to do to fix that problem is you must be accompanied by, if you're under the age of 16, you must be accompanied by an adult.
Yeah.
To gain entrance. So now the adult has to park the car, get out, come through the gate with the child. You made it a lot more work to be daycare.
Yep. Because the parents are going to go, screw this. I was just trying to go to work and leave you here for the day and then pick you up when I get out of work. Now I got to go in. I'm going to be late to work. It's going to... I mean, I'm totally for that because I see that at all parks. I mean, more at Six Flags and others, but I see it at all. You know, you got the riffraff kids with no parents, and they're raising hell, cutting lines, bumping into people, knocking French fries out of your hand.
And you know that's why Canopy won't do a season's pass, right?
Yeah, they don't want it. They don't want that.
They don't want that.
I don't blame them.
It bums me out though, because if I could get a season's pass to Canopy, I'd be there all the time.
Yeah, I'd probably go more than every couple of years.
I could spend more going to Canopy than I spend on a trip to Disney in a year.
Yeah.
By going as often as I like.
Yeah.
Well, how much is admission to Canopy?
So 38 during the regular time.
That's not so bad. We go 5-6 times, it's still not bad.
It's cheaper to go to Six Flags on a season's pass twice.
Yeah.
Even though Six Flags is 2 hours further from me.
Yeah, but that's like a Six Flags slogan, pays itself in less than 2 visits or something like that.
Yeah. Heck, Funtown actually gets cheaper because even Funtown season's pass, I think they're over 100 now. But it's like 3 visits.
Yeah, see, I went to Six Flags so much this year, and I got my money's worth and then some. They didn't make any money on me. Well, they probably made money on me somewhere.
Nah, it cost them money to have you.
Well, no, they got up because we rented cabanas like 3 times.
Oh yeah, they got almost $1,000
there,
out of
they
it.
had to feed you all summer. And the kids.
Yep, they had to feed me and the kids all summer.
They didn't make no money on your dining passes. You guys ate a lot of meals there.
Yeah. But yeah, they got 3 cabanas and we got Flash Pass one day.
Yeah, that one time my father went, we didn't feel like it was a busy day. We're like, I ain't waiting in no lines. They made some money on it. It probably balanced itself out somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, but it was one hell of a summer, though. I'll tell you that. At Six Flags, we did stuff at Six Flags. We've never rented a cabana, and we haven't really been getting flash passes. Really?
Yeah, last time I got the Flash Pass was maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, with Dave.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that was the last time. I got one anyway. Now I get them when I go to other Six Flags parks.
Well, when me and Luco went to Chicago, we got one. I paid for it. I'm like, I want to make sure I get every credit in this place because I was hitting 350 while I was there.
Yeah, just to make sure we can ride everything.
Yeah, I want to make sure. I'm like, I don't know the next time I'm coming back, so I want to ride everything at least once. We rode some things two times, 3 times, 1 time. I know we rode Whizzer once. We rode Goliath once. We rode something a couple times.
I'm sure
we rode the wood coaster there.
But the RMC?
Double rides. Everybody got double rides on one side. They were doing like double summer or something. You were getting double rides. But All right, so we're gonna get going. I don't know what the show will be about next week, but keep checking the YouTube. Click subscribe, all that jazz. Share it, and I will. The next show we'll talk about Media Day, what we plan to cover, and then the following week after that we'll talk about Media Day and whatever else is going on. So we're gonna start seeing a lot of other stuff go on. Plus, we're gonna cover all, especially in October, we're gonna cover all these haunts. I'm gonna try and contact some to see if I can video some. I want to contact Ernie at Haunted Graveyard at Lake Compounds. I'd like to re-interview him again. It's been a few years. Awesome old man. If you haven't watched the Haunted Graveyard video interview, it is on the YouTube page. And you look, it looks like one of those Victorian houses, the way it's set up with the wallpaper and the fireplace and stuff. But that's actually a trailer. It's not a house. It's like a work trailer, all set up to look like an inside creepy Victorian house. It's cool. Old man, little old man. He's awesome, and he let us walk through the haunt before it even opened. And that was cool. So I'd like to re-interview that guy. I'd like to go to the Haunted Graveyard this year just because I like the Haunted Graveyard and go do the other stuff. So we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. This weekend I plan on doing some pinball live on Star Wars. So you can see when that pops up. We'll do that. And we'll see you guys next week. So until next time, keep on coasting.
Keep on
everybody.
coasting.
Peace out.
Woo!